Institute for Virtual Enterprise. We're at CUNY Institute. We've been doing this kind of leadership event for the last 10 years, but it's really kind of taken on a different dimension this year, and it's much larger as an event than it's ever been. The folks here at Baruch at the Field Center for Entrepreneurship have been running the Baruch Entrepreneurship Competition for just about as many years, a whole bunch of years. And so this year we've kind of come together to join our efforts so that we have the academic side of the house, we have students, we have the development side, we have lots of partners that we've never had before. Some of you folks may have seen the Wall Street Journal article a couple of days ago that said that colleges and universities are moving away from the traditional business plan competition, where you need to produce a 60-page capstone document that's judged and a prize is awarded, usually a big fat cash prize. Well, it's no surprise that universities are moving away from this model because we live in a world where the velocity of communication and change is speeded up dramatically. It's speeding up while we sit here, as a matter of fact. And so what happens is we live in a disaggregated world. We need to know how to create a concept. We need to know how to pitch that concept. We need to know how to document it with video. We need to know how to use social media. We need to know how to put it together in a slide deck and finally a business plan. And that's what this competition is about. It's about our fast-moving, disaggregated world where we need to empower all of the people in this room and all of the people in the city of New York to invent the future of our city so that we can have a newer New York and move forward. So welcome here this morning. I'd like to introduce you to Professor Edwin Rogoff. He's the field chair for entrepreneurship. And before I do that, because she'll kill me if I don't, there is an event on Monday evening at 7:30 in the Field Center, which is on the second floor of the vertical campus, where folks from Sunshine Suites will be making a presentation, and there's the possibility of hooking up for full-time, part-time jobs or paid internships with entrepreneurs who are growing their companies. So let me invite you all to that event as a follow-up to the work that you're doing here. Remember, the more you do, the more social you are, the more connected you are, the greater your chance of success. There are lots of people to thank before I put Professor Rogoff on. And if you look at this, we're a social organization, if you will. All of these people have day jobs, but they've all come together to create this event. And so rather than thanking them individually, let me thank all of the partners, the Institute for Virtual Enterprise, IBM, Baruch, the Field Center, and the Zicklin School of Business, and Sunshine Suites. So let's give everybody who's pitched in a round of applause. Thank you, Professor Rogoff.
All right, welcome everyone. I guess what I'm here to tell you is to congratulate you on being at Baruch to study entrepreneurship. Baruch is the largest entrepreneurship educator in America. There are more students who major in entrepreneurship at Baruch College than any other school in America. There are more different courses offered at Baruch College at the graduate level and at the undergraduate level than at any other college in America. There's the business plan competition, and this, rejiggering of it is the largest such undertaking in America. So it's a big place, but it's also a good place. We have 3 endowed chairs in entrepreneurship, so we're an academic leader in the country. We're partners with Babson College, which is the leading entrepreneurship school to the extent that it's a school that does everything as related to entrepreneurship. We're their only U.S. partners, which is an endorsement of the quality here at Baruch in this area. We've been recognized, now many times as one of the top entrepreneurship schools in the United States. Our faculty cover every area of entrepreneurship, and we make a tremendous effort to integrate everything that goes on in the classroom with the real world. So how do we do that? We do it through the Field Center. So every student at Baruch has an unlimited ticket for free to go to the Field Center to receive one-on-one advice, counseling, support, to take additional non-degree classes on every topic that we can think of related to entrepreneurship. We have systems that set students up with mentors. You know, this competition, the previous competition, integrated a lot of successful Baruch alums into the program as mentors and judges of what students produced, and on and on and on. So this has been a huge undertaking at Baruch, and it's been a successful undertaking. And you're the beneficiaries of it. My advice to you is take advantage of everything that's here, because there's a tremendous amount that's here for you. And it's, you know, the people who are here enthusiastic about this program, they want nothing better than to turn you into a success. And this is a great tool to do it. So good luck with this program, good luck with everything you do at Baruch, and welcome to the entrepreneurship program.
Okay, on with the show. Let me introduce Don Allen. Don is the entrepreneur who was founded Super Mango Media, and let me turn it over to him.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Yes. Some people call me Don, but I am Dan Allen.
What's a vowel in O or an A?
Give it up for Stewart. No, I'm excited to be here because everybody involved, all the partners have helped me get to this point. Basically, initially I was a comedian and producer, storyteller, and I had a survival job for like 7 years, and I was going to leave for London for a young lady, and so I quit my day job. I subletted my apartment. I got a work permit. I got a ticket to London, and the day before I was going to leave, she said, "Don't come to London." And then I wasn't really sure, so I went on Facebook, and it went from in a relationship to single, and then a Facebook status after it was, "I'm so glad Dan is not coming to London." So that's when I really knew, wow, she's serious, because it's on Facebook. And I could have went back to my day job. I could have got back my own apartment, but I decided this is what I want to change. I want to do something different. So I actually, it was 2008, so I campaigned for Obama, and I came back invigorated with USA, and so I decided to start a business in December of 2008, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just going around, and I met Henny from Sunshine Suites. He actually invited me to be a speaker at Webster Hall for a big 1,000-person entrepreneur week. It was a huge event. I had no idea, but I mean, when he was telling me, I'm like, this sounds awful. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. And but when I went, it was wonderful. And I started seeing really happy people, and people who wanted to do something different with their lives. And so the event was awesome. It was very, very fun, and I got to meet angel investors. And at the end of the show, I mean, Henny's heard me tell the story over and over. Henny, when you see him come in his crutches, he stood on a stool or a bench, and he hugged me. A chair. And he hugged me, and he goes, "If I can help you in any way, come back to me." So that was April of 2009. And so from that point, I didn't know what he meant by that. And so I just kept struggling. And then August of 2009, I actually said, you know what, I'm going to have this guy help me. And I went to him, and we sat down, and he goes, "Do you have a business plan?" "No." "Do you have this?" "No." "Do you have legal?" "No." And so then I went to Levin Institute, and I took the fast track program, you know, and it was awesome. It was fantastic. I've never heard of it. It's wonderful. And from there, I met a core team of and we just created like a think tank. And then I got, then he gave me office space at Sunshine Suites. He just said, he goes, "You know what, I'm gonna give you 2 months free. You need a home base." So I started doing that. And then from there, from the Levin Institute, I went to NYC EDC. And then they turned me on to Baruch. Then I went to the Small Business Center, and I met Ulas and Donna Ginner. And then they formulated my plan. And I kept going until I finally could get like a 2-desk operation. And I just kept moving forward. And then finally this semester, Professor Holly from Brook, my company was assigned to her, 3 of her students. I think one of the students here today was Jamie, Raphael, and Marco, who were in the MBA program. And they analyzed my business and figured out what am I doing wrong, what am I doing right. And so that's why I'm here, just to tell you that you can take an idea and move it forward. There's so many free resources out there, and everybody wants to help you. That's what's so wonderful about all these different programs. But right now what we're going to show you, we have a video that they just made. They just finished up this week. They shot from 5:30 in the morning to 7:30 at night. And I guess we can play it now.
We at IDE are very excited to host this competition now for the 10th time this year. And it's great that with every year we sort of were able to add to the benefits that the students can derive from the program, the participation.
I think SmartPitch is great for students who are interested in, who have entrepreneurial ideas. They're interested in testing their ideas, so they're sort of working in what one would call a safe environment within the context of the competition.
Baruch has a large number of mentors who will also be working with students through various organizations and alumni of the college. So it's really going to be a collaborative, both online and face-to-face in terms of mentorship. And we're really excited by IBM's engagement in this because of the specific expertise and resources that they've brought to bear to help students develop their concepts.
Once New York gets you, there's not really a way that you can escape it, because the vibrancy of the people, everything that's going on here is simply something that you would have to look in other places and look for in other places. And New York has it really at your doorstep.
What we're doing with SmartPitch is offering this generation the opportunity to define their New York, not mine and not their parents, but their New York and their future.
We've got great prizes, including mentorship by IBM professionals, other professionals from all over New York City. At the end, we will pick a couple of teams that will be able to come to this space and be able to work here and work with other shiners, sunshine entrepreneurs, developing their ideas.
All we can say is just bring it on and let's go.
So if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
I don't think it's a matter of if you can make it here. I think it's a matter of if you are here, you're going to make it.
All right. Big round of applause for Ali Esslinger, Marissa Branlow, and I don't know what that means, but she is a field fellow. So I'd like to introduce the panelists.
Come on, Henny. The crippled go first.
I've known Henny now for 3 years, and I can never pronounce his last name.
Yeah, well.
Let me see if I can do it. Henny Yorushame. So we all call him Henny. He's the founder of Sunshine Suites, the incubator. They have 3 locations. They have one in Tribeca, one in NoHo, where I'm at. And they have the new one. It's the Sunshine Bronx. And it's the first Bronx incubator, the first city initiative in the Bronx. And it's very exciting. If you do live in the Bronx, I definitely would go there and visit it. But they just had a Bloomberg ribbon cutting ceremony in early January. So now it's operational. It's fantastic. And that is what he is and what he does. Next is Rolando Franco. He's the executive IT architect and client technical advisor of IBM. They've initiated an IBM academic initiative and an IBM university ambassador. We could discuss that when we ask questions. And Stuart Shulman, the executive
Bench warmer.
the executive director of IBM. And also, Christoph wanted to mention if you are are here just to promote the idea and get the word out. It's the one time you can use your phones. If you can tweet SmartPitch or hashtag SmartPitch 2012. And also, if you have any questions about your own idea, just start formulating them in your brain, and then we'll ask you to ask the panelists. So we can start with child, or did that just become who you are?
Thank you. 96, 97, and a friend who was pretty in the ladder as far as is actually going to be speaking. You're like absolutely at the time and at our table, but no one was speaking to this man. And I started talking to him for, I think, perhaps an hour and a half. I didn't even catch his name. And after a while, he just asked me, do I like room service? Do I like hotels? And I was like, yeah, I love hotels. I love room service. He's like, you're perfect. What are you doing? Are you working? I'm like, no, not right now. He's like, come to the Hyatt Hotels. I would love you to work for me. And I later find out that was the owner of the Hyatt Hotels, Mr. Pritzker. So I worked for the Hyatt for a couple of years, and I realized when this 7-year-old, I was at the front desk, literally came up to me and asked me to do something, and I'll go screw off. At that point, I really had the 7-year-old is telling me to go screw off. So then I thought, maybe I should try doing something for myself, not work for a company. I gave 2 years of my time to the Hyatt, and then I realized, you know what? My biggest fear growing up was regret. I grew up very shy. I came to this country at age 11. My first friend is actually being best friends, but we're business partners to this day. And look back on my life, I was always the guy who didn't ask a pretty girl out, didn't take initiative, just basically said, you know what, another day. I said, after that, it's never going to happen again. So I decided to take risks. And I said, regardless if I succeed or fail, at least I can't say I didn't try. And that's when I realized that entrepreneurship is really what I have to do, because regret was my biggest fear. Besides snowboarding down a mountain, which, by the way, I want you to know that's how that happened. Utah.
I saw from the video that whoever is the chosen few for the finalists, I see that they have their Vermont. Is that so? So some of the finalists get to go up for a weekend with the IVE staff.
Yeah, actually, one of the things we do at Sunshine, I'm a very bad guesser. As an entrepreneur, you shouldn't be guessing a lot. You should be doing calculated risks. So one of the things we tend to do in the Sunshine community is we ask our shiners, what is it that you guys want? You could afford, if we could afford X, Y, or Z, which would you prefer? So one of these requests was a getaway, vacation home. So we went out and we purchased a house that accommodates up to 20 people in Vermont. And we do these corporate retreats, which is great. I mean, some of them actually in Sunshine and not in the office, but outside of the office. A face plant down the mountain bike for that.
So basically,
automatic maneuver there.
You go sign a medical release.
Definitely sign a medical release. It's definitely boot camp.
Yeah, no, I bike in this and realizing like, this in flat surfaces. We put our bikes in a gum. And it was with new entrepreneurs, and so we're like, and I'm concentrating on my business and their business, not concentrating that I'm going to die. And so then I'm riding down, and the guy ahead of me, he bounces and he like jumps. I go, oh, that looks really fun. So I jump, and I kept doing it. And then this is like a $3,000 bike, and I tapped the brakes ever so slightly, and I literally Superman over the thing, slid down, and then my bike went over my head, like 30 feet in front of me,
actually.
And everybody swarmed down, and they go, are you all right? All right? And then I looked up, and I was like, bleeding. Like, I'm okay. And then finally, as guys, they're like, that was awesome.
That was awesome, yeah. So,
and then Mundo, Sir Baruch, you have a science degree from CUNY, so you're
City College.
from the City College. And also welcome non-CUNY students. I think this is the first event that we have that reached out to non-CUNY, so it's CUNY and non-CUNY, so welcome if you are here. So I was looking at this, the IBM Academic Initiative and the IBM University Ambassador. What exactly is that?
Yes, so I work for IBM. I'll tell you a little bit about what I do for my day job. First of all, I graduated from City College in '97, computer science undergrad, went straight into IBM, been there since, 15 years now. And what I did is I basically worked on projects for a lot of our clients in the New York City area. E-business at the time, doing software development projects, helping them really launch new ventures many times, building new web presences or entering new markets. What I do now is I'm an IT architect, which means I design IT solutions. I cover the Wall Street area, and like many of my colleagues, we really work for the benefit of clients, and we bring to bear everything that IBM has to offer, our technologies, our business savvy, access to the resources that we have access to, really to help clients innovate. So IBM is a great company, and we have a program called the University. It's the University Ambassador Program. It's part of our academic initiative program. And we have supporters in IBM at very high levels who think it's important for us to reach out to the universities and work with them. And so I volunteer as a university ambassador to the City University of New York. And in this role, my role is really to work on strategic partnerships with CUNY, whether it be aligning researchers at CUNY with IBM researchers so they can build the next greatest thing, or helping faculty use IBM technologies and how they teach their courses, or reaching out to students and mentoring them, or providing access to internships, things like that. So that's IBM's academic initiative program. We have a wealth of information and resources available to students and faculty. We also provide faculty with free access to software and their students, any IBM software that's being taught in your classes. We also have a global entrepreneur program, which is focused on encouraging entrepreneurs, also those that are already out there in business today. And we provide a similar program to them where we offer them free software, access to free IBM people. We connect them with investors. And so IBM does a lot to support the system startups. For example, an entrepreneurship program at the university. So you guys are at the right place and at the right time. So you probably hear that cliche often about, people are lucky. It's about being at the right place at the right time, and you guys are at the right place at the right time. I can go on forever, so let's hear the next question if there is one.
I had no idea. I had no idea how wonderful you were. You never told me this. Idea of you being an entrepreneur.